I got reborn right back to when I was framed for being a creep. I looked at those two familiar twisted faces, heard those shrill voices in my ears. I calmly rolled up my sleeves, then raised my fist while they stared in shock. Smack! That crisp sound drowned out all the subway noise. The whole car went dead silent. Everyone was stunned. Susan clutched her face that was already swelling up, eyes bulging out. A few seconds later, she screamed like a pig getting slaughtered. Ah, you dare hit me! You loser, how dare you touch me! She lunged at me like a psycho. I sidestepped, lifted my foot, and kicked Yeling right in the back of her knee. She was the one holding up the phone. Yeling screamed and dropped to her knees, one down. I turned around, grabbed Susan's wrist as she swung at me again, and backhanded her even harder. She spun half a turn from the slap and landed on her ass next to Yeling, blood at the corner of her mouth. Gasps echoed through the car. I calmly straightened my wrinkled suit collar. Last life I couldn't defend myself no matter what I said. This time I speak the only language they understand. How could you hit a woman? Some guy stepped up to call me out, trying to play hero. They framed me, didn't you see that? I didn't see them frame you, but I saw you hit them. I couldn't help but laugh. So if you didn't see it, it didn't happen? The guy's face turned red, completely speechless. Whatever, man, hitting women is wrong. If you got nothing to hide, why'd you swing first? Just then, a guy in a subway security uniform pushed through the crowd. Who started the fight? He saw two women on the ground, rushed over to help Susan up, looking all concerned. Miss, are you okay? Zhao Lijun. I knew this guy. Last life, this simp snatched my phone and swore the cameras were broken, made sure I could never clear my name. Susan saw her savior and turned on the waterworks. Officer, it was him. He was taking creep shots of us, and when we caught him, he attacked us. Zhao Lijun pointed right at my face. Hand over your phone! I smiled until he got uncomfortable. Why should I? Because I saw you assault them. I didn't bother arguing. Pulled out my phone and dialed 911. Hello? I'm on the subway being falsely accused of taking creep shots. They're trying to take my phone. The whole car froze. Zhao Lijun frowned. What game are you playing? I hung up and looked him dead in the eyes. First, you're not a cop. You have no authority to order me around. Second, don't give me that BS about broken cameras. There's more than one camera in this car and more than one person recording on their phones. My eyes scanned the crowd and paused on a young guy in the corner wearing a cap, quietly lowering his phone. Last life, his video cleared my name after I was already dead. This time I'm putting the truth on the stand early. The air in the police interrogation room was stuffy. An old AC unit hummed in the corner. The officer taking my statement was named Ma. Mid-40s, bags under his eyes. He kept tapping his pen on the desk, radiating irritation. So why'd you start swinging? I told him everything. They verbally attacked me first. I defended myself. That's self-defense. Self-defense? His pen slipped. You nearly broke her nose. You call that self-defense? The law doesn't say I gotta stand there and take it when someone's screaming in my face. Officer Ma leaned forward. Chen Pingan, I suggest you fix that attitude. They're charging you with assault. If the injury report comes back serious, you're looking at years in prison, your whole future gone. Same old script. Last life, right here, same exact words. That's how they nailed me to the cross. Later, I found out Susan was an influencer who specialized in scams. Her uncle, some city official, was her biggest backer. But this time's different. I looked at Officer Ma. Officer, I'm filing charges too. Defamation and false accusations. They fabricated lies in public and spread them maliciously. Serious violation of my reputation. Severe emotional distress. Officer Ma's face darkened. You're trying to turn this around on them? I'm just stating facts, protecting my rights. Facts? The fact is you injured someone. I ignored him. That security guard Zhao Lijun? Negligent, possibly in on it with them? I reserve the right to hold him accountable. By regulation, surveillance footage is kept for at least 30 days. There are cameras at both ends of that car. No blind spots where I was standing. If the police claim the cameras were broken, I'll get a lawyer and request a judicial investigation. The interrogation room went dead silent. Officer Ma's expression changed. He stared at me hard. Just as things hit a standstill, the door opened. A young officer hurried over to Ma and whispered something. Officer Ma looked at me strangely. Chen Pingan, your fiancé's here, with a friend. Says she wants to talk. Lin Shinro. That name was like a rusty needle scraping across my heart. Last life, she was the last light I tried to hold on to. But when the online mob came for me, she bailed. Her last message before blocking me, I still remember every word. Chen Pingan, you disgust me, we're done. Don't even think about getting that engagement money back. And now here she was with a friend. I knew exactly who. Let them in. The door opened. Lin Shinro walked in first. White dress, delicate makeup, eyes all red. The guy behind her made the air feel greasy the second he stepped in. Jia Defang, college classmate, rich kid from a demolition payout family, always buzzing around Lin Shinro like a fly, decked out in designer gear, Richard Mille on his wrist gleaming obnoxiously under the dim lights. I laughed when I saw him. Perfect. All my enemies from my past life gathered in one room. Lin Shinro saw my cuffs and the tears started flowing like tap water. Pingan, how could you hit someone? Do you know how big this has gotten? Straight to accusations. I said nothing, just watched her perform. Jia Defang chimed in. The internet's going crazy. They're calling you a violent pervert creep. Where does that leave Zinro's reputation? As he spoke, he casually put his hand on her shoulder. She didn't pull away, actually leaned into it. Watching this, my heart went cold. Last life, I fell for their whole it's for your own good act. Wasn't until I got fired and drowned in debt that I saw their engagement announcement. They were the real couple. I was just the idiot. It's really that big? My voice was calm. Big! It's massive! Jia Defang pulled out the latest iPhone and shoved it in my face. Look, you're trending. You're famous now. There I was in HD. The two women's faces were blurred. The comments section was on fire. Pinned at the top, my ID, address, and workplace. Everything below was people tearing me apart. Lin Shinro was trembling. Just apologize and pay them off. If they post a forgiveness statement, this can still be fixed. Jia Defang jumped right in. Ping An, take some advice from a bro. Just apologize. I did some digging. That Susan girl has connections. You can't fight her. Public apology, throw some money at it. This all goes away. He paused. If you don't have the cash, I can lend it to you. Standard market interest. Playing the good guy now. Standard interest? That's loan shark territory. Ping An, are you listening? When I didn't react, Lin Shinro got more anxious. Defang's offering to help you. Why are you just standing there? Say yes. You want to wait until your company fires you? Her face was full of disappointment and fear. So my innocence and dignity meant less than a job. She didn't care about my reputation. She just didn't want it affecting her. The door swung open again. Officer Ma slapped some papers on the table. Chen Ping An, this is a settlement agreement. They want 500 grand and an apology video. Sign it and this is over. 500 grand. Same number as before. Last life, they pressured me the exact same way. Hurry up and sign! I didn't look at the papers. Stared at Lin Shinro. Lin Shinro, do you believe me? She froze. Dead silence. Everyone was looking at her. Do you believe I didn't take those photos? Does it even matter now? Does it matter if you did it or not? Everyone saw you hit them. Can you grow up? Doesn't matter. I laughed. So my innocence meant nothing to her. Jia Defang stepped forward with a winner's look on his face. Ping An, Shinro's just looking out for you. Be mature. In this world, truth doesn't matter. What people believe matters. He picked up the agreement and tapped the signature line, like he was doing me a favor. Sign first. I'll transfer you the 500K. Write me an IOU later. Record the apology, say some humble words, swallow your pride. That's what men do. Bend when you need to. Through the door came the sound of two women laughing smugly. Susan and Ye Ling. Ha! Thought he was so tough. Look at him caving like a little bitch. Ooh, 500K! We hit the jackpot! Tonight we're hitting the fanciest sushi spot. Let that broke loser pay on his knees. Ha ha ha! Their voices weren't loud, but every word stung like a needle. Everyone pretended not to hear. Officer Ma knocked hard on the table. Hurry up and sign! Stop wasting time! I looked at everyone in front of me. The fake good guy trying to crush my dignity with money. The fiancé pushing me to plead guilty. The cop twisting black into white. And those two women outside celebrating early. They all wove this web together, trying to drag me step by step into the abyss.